right now. Let me stop.
Look, we already talking, okay? Welcome to the Mina's House podcast. It's episode 206. This is the last episode of the year. I cannot even believe it. I'm Mina, say what?
I'm Shayna B.
Garnett Briscoe.
Dex Stucky.
Oh my goodness. Y'all sound so depressed. Why?
I am depressed. I hate this. Mercury must be in retrograde. I'm having technical issues and this is ridiculous. I hate it.
Well, it's our last show,
here.
so we got to make it the best. I haven't seen you guys in so long together. I miss you guys. What's been going on?
Everything. The world is crazy right now. It's flipped upside down. Steph Curry breaking records.
That's what you decided to mention?
I just seen it. Yeah, he out here breaking records. I got my first closing. I lost a car. I got a new fish tank.
You lost what?
It's a lot going on, man. My engine in my car ended up blowing up, man.
Oh my God.
The crack gave out on me, man. So yeah,
you got listen. That's motivation for you to sell your houses, man.
That's a fact.
He just bought the car though.
Yeah, right, all right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you didn't get a warranty on it.
No,
I got it.
This was I purchased this off of a friend, so it wasn't supposed to last that long anyway. But I was supposed to, make sure, I keep it up, do what I got. If it would have lasted me a year and a half, 2 years, I would, great. But it did what it was supposed to do. I definitely got my money back off of it and more. So we all right.
How about y'all? What's been going on with y'all? Everybody else?
Really just I just want you guys know how I am when it comes to politics. I get into it. In this past election, I did not want to vote for Joe Biden, and I did anyway. I voted for Joe Biden, and obviously it's like everybody hates him now, but I just don't want to be on social media defending Joe Biden because you guys are wrong. Joe Biden never said that he was going to cancel student loan debt. He never said that. If anything, he ran on saying that he's going to cancel $10,000. It's what he said, max $10,000. So people were upset with Joe Biden and said that they're pissed at him. They're not going to vote for him again. You guys weren't doing your homework in the first place because he literally only said $10,000. And y'all put it in your head that he said all students canceled. It's nothing get canceled at all. They're going to do that. But he did.
I owe $7,000. So can he get rid of that?
Mina, if you don't go ahead with your $7,000, I ain't even gonna tell y'all how much I owe student loans. They just gonna be chasing me the rest of their lives. Of my life.
That's what you wanted to say today, Dexter?
Yeah, it's been really heavy on my heart.
Listen, call me
really bothering me.
Call me ignorant, right? But I'm starting to see videos because it's a lot of disgruntled citizens right here in the U.S. based off of this. And I'm on Twitter and they putting their videos. It was people crying that he got elected. Where the hell was I at?
Oh, I never saw that.
Oh man, go ahead, Dex.
They were also in the street. They were in the streets with their pearls and their chucks on. Like they were so excited. Mind you, we're in the midst of a pandemic that he was telling people to wear their masks. They were down in Center City in Philadelphia and everywhere else across the country celebrating this win. They were so excited about it. And now look at them crying again.
Well, Shayna, what's going on in your life?
Not that, and everybody's just crazy. I don't know why they expect any politician to do fully everything that they say he's going to do. Trump ain't say everything he said he's going to do. Y'all crazy if y'all believe in that, period. So that's one y'all. But what's been going on with me? I've been working like crazy. I had 2 back-to-back events last week. This week, the event is still going on. It doesn't end until tomorrow. I have been running off of no sleep and just getting things done. And somehow, I don't know, I have some kind of like built-in energy. Is maybe because I know the holiday break is coming. So it's like the build-up to relax is probably what I'm like, it's fueling me. Like, I'm just like, come on, it's just a couple more days, then you ain't got to like really work to the new year. So that's probably what's fueling me.
Right. Well,
that's it.
We'll talk about what we all got going on for the holidays, but I want to hop into our final in your feed for the year. It is kind of messy because Tory Lanez is involved. So Dexter, remember you forgot that he was charged with shooting a woman in her foot by the name of Megan Thee Stallion, and conveniently Dexter is frozen. Conveniently,
I was gonna say, is he frozen or
yeah. So Tory had a preliminary hearing where a LAPD officer alleged that Megan told him that Tory shot her in the foot, that he was halfway in the car, halfway out the car. Tory's lawyer proceeded to say that Megan was intoxicated and insinuated that when people are intoxicated, that they don't recall situations correctly, and then try to say that Megan's friend, who was also in the car, had a romantic, I guess, attraction to Tory. And when it was revealed that Megan and Tory had a personal relationship, that's when the argument ensued, and somehow Megan got shot. What do you take of all of this? Because after what happened at this preliminary trial, now he's actually going to trial. That's what this was determining, if there was enough of evidence for this to actually go to trial, and it's going.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about what his defense lawyer said, I'm not surprised. I mean, unfortunately, and no offense to any defense lawyer, but like, that's their job. Their job is to, paint it as if like there's some kind of flaw, or if it was the victim in this case, they, they're not telling the truth, or they insinuated. Like, it makes you a little mad in certain cases when you hear the things they'll try to say about a person. Like I've heard in murder cases, they try to say like, oh, well, he was high. Like, okay, what that got to do with the person that murdered him though?
Right.
Like, so, I'm not shocked by them pulling that card out and trying to say, oh, well, she was intoxicated, so she might not have been clear on, what she said. But I mean, I think we knew this was going to happen. Everybody but Dex, who just happened to be frozen right now. Like, right. I knew that this was going to happen, and that, it was going to probably go to trial, especially in LA, because I'm sure that, the judge decides or whatever. Like, it wasn't no way that it wasn't going to go to trial.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It's still listen, the fact that her friend liked him, like, I don't find that far-fetched because he got a new hairline. That's supposed to happen when you get a hairline.
Don't say a new hairline.
Did not pay that much money to get a new lace front to not have women like you. So I actually believe that part is true. Somebody in the car probably did, start to like him a little more. But as far as just like some of the details, it's still up in the air, man, until, I guess everything comes out and you start seeing people actually on the stand and it does go to trial and people have to stand behind their word. It's still kind of hard to take it for what it is because everybody just going to be saying their own stuff until they under pressure to tell the truth.
Right.
Just like Shayna said, defense lawyer is there to defend. Like, that's it. He's not there to be on the offensive end or no, he's literally there to defend. So, whatever this LAPD person, LAPD detective talked to Meg Thee Stallion, she's meant to say what she's supposed to say. It's surprising that, that she said that he said, dance B as she, he's like,
that he allegedly said dance B before he shot her.
Right.
What?
It's like, that's like some like movie stuff. That's like Harlem Nights, when like
Harlem Nights.
Not Harlem Nights.
Like that's some like what you talking about? Like, you do that with firecrackers, not a gun. But that's her account of what happened, at least what she's saying to this detective. And who, Tory Lanez.
There's body cam apparently.
Yeah, but that was after the shooting, right?
I'm just saying there's body cam to literally capture like the immediate emotions and the immediate story. I'm just surprised all these people like Tory Lanez because he's real short.
Mina, you thinking what I'm thinking. Like, I don't know why any of y'all like them. Like, I mean, something might be there, but I don't know how I'm gonna get to that something. I don't even know.
And then the friend said this is all a lie. Like, why were you all arguing in the car?
I don't think it's a lie. Y'all don't even bang with each other no more. Like, something in there is something in that lie is the truth.
Right.
Yeah.
Dexter, you've conveniently been freezing, Dex.
Dex,
I'm about to say, Dex, you were one of the ones that was so mad saying she didn't say anything. Clearly, she did.
Yeah. Clearly, she did.
She said it to the police officer. The police officer's not gonna get on the stand and lie for Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
And with the body cam footage.
The police officer said when Megan got out of the car, she was frantic and whatnot. I'm just letting you know right now, again, if I'm in the car with someone, I don't care what the situation is. If I'm in the car with Garnett, this is going to get me in trouble. If I'm in the car with Garnett and he's a black man and he says to me, dance B word, and shoots me in the foot, I don't care if he gets killed, if he goes to jail. I don't care. I don't care. When I got in the car, I'm like, he shot me. He shot me in the foot. Like, you disrespected me. You shot me. Go to jail or hell. I don't care. Like, no, like, I go back to what I said previously. There is no way I'm getting out of this car and I'm thinking, oh my God, let me protect this black man because he may go to jail or whatnot for shooting me. Are you? Come on.
I don't know if that was entirely about him. I mean, she did tell the cops on the scene that he shot her, right? So it wasn't like she immediately like tried to conceal or protect them. But I think a lot of that wasn't only just about him, but it was more so like, I just been shot by Tory Lanez. This is gonna be the biggest scandal ever.
So if that's where
like,
your mind went, then continue on with court. Then good luck.
Like, how much do I want to reveal here? First of all, we don't even know they're in a situation. Second of all, somehow Kylie Jenner's involved.
Right, because they were at her house.
Right.
So this is rational to y'all. Like if you get shot, you're thinking about all these other things and not like I just got shot in the foot, which could have been worse.
I don't know. I've never been shot.
I was just about to say, Dex, I think it's easier said than done because I know people that have been shot.
But with that being said,
you are in shock. Like you're in shock, like immediately.
You can't even punch me and me not go right to like this.
But sometimes, see, you saying that and ain't nobody ever sneak you and you just be like, oh my God. Oh my, like your initial reaction is like, you would look back and be like, why didn't I do that? Why didn't I do that? But that initial reaction, the shock of it, you might not do the most logical thing that when you look back at it. But again, at least she told the police officer. She didn't want to tell us, and maybe her PR people was the ones like, don't say it to the world, but she told the person who could vouch for her in court that that's what she said, and it's on a body cam.
Yep, she sure did, Dex. So now you know that there was an actual shooting and Tory Lanez was involved, and there's a case because you didn't even aware.
Good luck to Tory Lanez, Megan, and her feet.
You know what? Try that.
Congratulations.
You know what? It's the last episode. He had to throw a little shade in there. It wouldn't be the last episode if Dex didn't throw shade. And if Garnett didn't come with something left field.
What was left field?
I'm surprised you wasn't like, but how we know that the girl ain't really shoot her and then she said Tory shot her. I'm surprised you ain't come with that.
Listen, I mean, who knows, man? All knows, even after all that, she just got her degree. She out here like being a model now. Tory Lanez, he just dropped a new album. Supposedly it's hot. I didn't listen to it yet because I don't listen to no new music. I know, shame on me, but I'll be stuck on some old school stuff. So
I'm not listening to his.
I know one of his songs ever. No more.
Man, let's hold on. So this is the thing about boycott that I learned, right? Nobody really gives a damn. Like, in like the grand scheme of things, I hear R. Kelly all the time. We was been supposed to get him up out of here, right?
You play it.
I hear him all. I personally don't play. I listen to old school stuff. He's like about to have sex music. Like I be, you know what I'm saying?
Listening to R. Kelly all the time. I can't recall the last time I heard him. What kind of circles do you be in? Talk about
No. I actually heard him on the radio not too long ago, though.
What radio station you heard on?
And it had to be on like 105.3 or 106.1. One of them. It had to be. But he was not only on the radio. Not only was he on the radio,
had to be
like out and about. He's out and about, yeah, because Power 99 not playing like it.
Wait, he's out and about. What do you mean he's out and about?
I'm saying when I was out and about. Yeah, I heard his music still being played like out in places where
I feel like you're lying. I feel like you're lying.
I'm being dead serious. Even after when the whole like R. Kelly that whole series
Surviving R. Kelly.
Yeah, that week.
Yeah, people were intentionally playing him at that point. That is true. Like people were doing it on purpose at that point. Because some people are like, I don't care.
And nobody beat the DJ up. Nobody went to the DJ and like whooped on him for like playing it. But like,
you know what though? I feel like that generation is older, right? Like R. Kelly fans are older people, and they're not built the same like us young people. I feel like young people are more committed to cancel culture than the older generation is. I feel like the older generation is like, oh well, we know he was beating on his wife. We don't care.
Still stepping on the name of love.
Right. Oh well, he was raping them little girls. Well, why did their mama let them go? It's like I just feel like the older generation sometimes makes all these excuses for things to like justify it. And I just feel like millennials and younger generation, I just feel like we are more committed to getting people canceled and making people suffer for their wrongdoings.
Oh, for sure. But can I tell y'all the truth? Since it's the last episode of the year, I was singing an R. Kelly song in my head the other day because I was in Target and I had to go to the bathroom, and I instantly went, my mind's telling me no. Instantly, that line came up. Like, and I was singing it to somebody on the phone. I was like, yo, I just sung R. Kelly in Target.
But you had the awareness to know like something ain't right.
But it was fitting. Like my mind was telling me no, but my body was telling me, yeah.
His probably was too, going to the bathroom in Target. But like, I get you.
All right, let's talk about Cardi B contemplating becoming a vegan, because I've been down this road and I wanted to have this very serious conversation about people's attempts. Yes, at becoming vegan. Like, what?
You think I'm about to have a serious conversation with you about Cardi B becoming vegan?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, have y'all ever tried to become vegan? Like,
I did. I did it for like a little half a year. I'm actually thinking about doing it again this year.
You're a liar, bro. There's no.
I'm
way.
so serious. Like I just.
You're a liar. There's no way no one wants to willingly be a vegan. It's not delicious. It's not yummy.
No, it is. It is. You have to do it right though. Like there are certain things that like for instance, one of the biggest things that I wanted to eat was like when I first started it, I was eating tofu and I was making it myself, and it is not good. It's hard to make by itself and all that stuff like that. And then I would be going to Chipotle and I'm like, oh, I'll get my regular, but just don't put meat in it. And like that way, it's totally boring. But there's so many like restaurants like Hip City Veg and this Slutty Vegan where they make like vegan food, but it's like literally the same thing that we eat on a regular. Now it's not healthy. Like a lot of the others, like the cheesesteaks and stuff like that, it's just as greasy as ours. But I'm telling you, there's so many ways to spice up like vegan meals and stuff like that, where like you'd be like, why am I eating meat again? Like it's very easy, but again, it's not healthy though. Like there's vegan wings. I went to Vegas and we had vegan wings and whatnot. And I'm telling you, like it works, but it just is. I was doing it for health purposes, and if you're doing it and you're trying to be fun with it, it's not healthy.
Dexter, I'm not saying there's nothing that's tasty about vegan food. What I'm saying is it's hard to maintain, and it's not something that I feel like average people can do. Just my personal opinion. First of all, you have to have money. You have to have money to buy the certain things that are vegan. Second of all, you have to really know how to learn how to cook it. Right. And it's like all the things you just mentioned, these takeout restaurants, it's expensive to go to them. Are there like a handful of vegan restaurants that I love? Yes. But every time I go there, I'm spending $30 on lunch. Dex, it's like, it's expensive. It's not easy. And you have to really know how to cook this stuff. I'm along the lines of what you did. I went and bought tofu and try to make it. And it takes like an eraser. And I think I can cook.
That eraser.
It was an eraser in my mouth. And I try to throw every damn seasoning on there. It is hard, Dexter. And people are always throwing this around. This gets under my skin. I'm going to become vegan. It's not that easy. It's
definitely
I tried it.
I would say, it's not that easy. And I would say for her, she might want to try being a vegetarian first or even a pescatarian before you make the jump to vegan. Because to your point, I mean, she has the money obviously to do it. And she probably has somebody preparing her meals, to your point, Dax, about doing the meals. But I think just as a transition, unless you are laser focused for whatever reason, like health is for sure. Like if your doctors tell you something, I'm sure, again, you have a ingrained reason to go that route. But if it's like, I think I want to just eat healthier, my advice would be to her, because I've tried it and I tried to make that jump. I would try being a vegetarian, maybe even a pescatarian before you make the jump to being vegan, and then maybe she can ease in. And that's for anybody to then ease into being vegan, because it is hard.
Yeah. Now I agree with you, Shayna. I feel like it's if this is how you are going to like add more healthy stuff to your diet, I guess like I'm all for it. But it is something that's just hard to like sustain. It may be easier to start like, and even for a regular person, like one of my good friends, he's vegan, but he's out of his damn mind. He's not the average individual. Like he literally walks around with peppers and fruits, like whole bell peppers and fruits, and that's what he eats. He is not your average individual. He's okay with not going to the store or stopping at Wawa. No, he carries two big jugs of water, like two gallon jugs of water, and then he has a whole backpack full of like, this is what he call his snacks, and he passes it out. He shares it with people if they're hungry. But yeah, he's never seen a Wawa. Like he don't go there. He's not stopping at your local McDonald's. He's not doing any of that. But for your average person, like when we get those urges, like it's kind of hard when it's nothing around. So you really got to be disciplined, and you got to like prepare yourself all the way through. She is in a position where, she can have somebody meal prep for her or do things like that. But the problem is when we get in trouble as people, going back to what Dex said, is some things that are just boring, right? So it's like, like when is this snack gonna be like crazy? Because I'm tired of this. Like I'm gonna need some candy. I'm gonna need something. Like why is everything just so bland and I can't like have fun with what I'm eating? So it's something that is difficult. But if the goal is just to get healthier, then yeah, you dribble, you shoot, you hope for the best, and at least you're better off than where you started. So at least you are eating healthy and attempting to eat healthy, and you may fall off, but it's better than where you was when you just was wilding out eating whatever you want.
Yeah, like Dex, you're going to be better at it if that's what you attempt, because you done been through certain pitfalls. But like, what made you stop being vegan if you were vegan? Like you said, you did it for half a year.
Yeah, I just didn't want to do it anymore.
Right.
I don't know. I guess I'm
right.
I guess
Hello, you need chicken.
I hate the taste of chicken. Like that's really what started it. Like I really like like chicken just wasn't doing it for me anymore. Like the texture of chicken was really like not making me sick, but I'm just like, oh, I can go without doing this. And then it was like the more I like looked into certain things. I actually wasn't vegan. I was pescatarian because I would still eat salmon. And I would eat salmon like
you was
cheating, bro.
But I also
can't with Dex.
But personally though, like I get that a lot of people that we may know personally like struggle with it and don't do it, but like I don't know, I kind of have a hard time agreeing with the mindset of saying like the average person can't do XYZ just because like we can't.
We're not saying they can't do it. We saying it's hard.
It's hard.
Okay.
It's hard and expensive.
I mean, I don't agree, but
you
like
can't go to McDonald's and get a $3 meal and be a vegan. Like it's hard and expensive, Dexter. It's hard. I
think that like none of us are doing it. So like I don't even think any of us like I think to us like it's easy to say like this is hard, which makes sense because that's our perspective. But I just don't want to put it out there like this is so hard to do because there are people who do it who would look at us and be like, I don't see how you guys eat meat ever. Like that's difficult to me. I just don't think we're being fair because like this is not our lifestyle.
Yeah, I agree with that. So Dex, tell us, what were you cooking when you were a vegan?
I was cooking a lot of again, I wasn't vegan because like with vegan, you can't eat like eggs and stuff like that. You got to be like very like but when I was doing like I guess the pescatarian stuff, I ate like literally the same thing all the time. It was tofu and quinoa like every day.
That's what I'm saying. There's no it's like you really have to be a skilled chef, right? You really have to be like a master chef and learn how to cook all these different kinds of things. And then, like, if you're not, you need the money to go and eat out. Otherwise, you're gonna be eating the same thing all the time.
Listen, I really just don't know how y'all can eat like collard greens with no turkey necks. Like that's crazy.
Oh, I don't do that now.
Like that is super crazy. That's crazy.
Dex, we almost about to have thing of you don't eat no chicken and you don't eat no collard greens.
I
No
eat
turkey
the chicken
necks?
and so I eat greens, but like I don't need isn't a turkey. I was gonna say isn't a turkey neck ham.
You ain't gotta eat it, but you got the juices of the turkey neck that they
Yeah.
boil with the collard greens.
But there's juices
can't
in
really
regular
eat it.
greens though. Like why? I see.
It
I
makes
feel like
it makes
Gives it
it
a-
really
like no, it
authentic.
like this is hard for me. Like y'all be so ridiculous, especially y'all be so ridiculous with y'all eating. Like you got to put meat inside of everything. You don't have to live like that.
That you probably eating and don't know because some people will strain that turkey neck out after they cook their collard greens.
Why
You
you
don't
doing
even know.
that? And if y'all ain't putting a piece of meat in something, y'all got to put a stick of butter in it. Stop it! Like you don't have to do all that.
Yes,
And
they gotta have some butter.
why can't we start eating macaroni and cheese with one cheese? Why y'all always got to have 17
No.
cheese macaroni?
Because
No,
it make it cheesier.
no, stop it. That's why it's so hard for you to be vegan because you feel like it's not enough food because y'all do too much.
I attempted, the one thing I'll never do again is I attempted to go raw vegan. 3 days in, I was like, if I crunch another vegetable, I was eating this. I was like, yeah,
girl.
this ain't gonna work no more.
Make it
Raw
When I
Oh,
was
yeah.
vegan, I was cooking it.
yeah.
On a regular, you used to eating like, you know how y'all be doing cheeseburgers and Big Macs and triple Big Macs. That's what y'all eat, not y'all specifically, but that's what we eat on a regular. So then when we try to eat something a little bit more healthier, it just doesn't feel appealing to us because it's not greasy and like we just.
But to Mina's point, eating healthy, and it is the truth, is expensive, which is why there's so many overweight. Because it again, you could go get a whole meal. If you're a struggling mother, you can get a whole meal for $3. You trying to keep up with being vegan and getting fresh vegetables to keep cooking for your family every 3 days. It is expensive.
But let me say this.
I took up the option of juicing at the beginning of this year, and it lasted for 2 months because I just could not afford to keep buying 2 bags of celery and it turns into one juice. Like I understand that. I'm just saying, like, I feel like sometimes we don't try hard enough too.
Dexter, the reason why I wanted to have this conversation is not because I don't think we need to eat healthy. We absolutely need to eat healthier. I just feel like we're in this space where it's so extreme. It's like, I'm going to be vegan. Like, how about you try eating more fiber? You know, how about you cut back on fried food? How about you say I'm not going to do red meat? How about you say I'm just going to do fish? There's so many more healthier options.
What's the issue though?
It's just so hard and unrealistic, and people.
But that's somebody else saying. That's somebody else saying I'm going to do this. It's like somebody saying like I'm going to make it to work at 7:00 in the morning. Why would that bother?
But there's not so much damn peer pressure. They got all these.
That's your issue. That's the problem.
Netflix specials about how bad meat is.
There we go.
I enjoy
that's
my
why
chicken.
I'm watching.
I knew that there was something here that like, and I just wasn't figuring out what it was. But you be feeling like since these people were saying and everybody's like, I'm gonna do this, you feel pressure to be like, should I look into this too?
Yeah, I just feel like
I'm about to go have a chicken salad sandwich right when we finish this.
That's actually very healthy. That's very healthy.
And it was from Soulberry Markets, all natural. It's good.
This vegan conversation just gets under my skin, and it's like, it doesn't have to be that dramatic. We don't have to cut everything out of our diet. Like, it's like, ew, this gives us cancer. Oh, you know, like people are more concerned about the cancer in chicken than they are about corona. like cancer in chicken that you're going to develop over like 55, 60, 70 years of eating chicken, like, but you ain't worried about the corona.
Well, not that, because you don't eat chicken.
Right.
I don't like the texture of it.
Dex chicken levels is too high. He gave up chicken. That's stuff. You know that you are.
I'm telling you, chicken. When I was like, I'm gonna give up meat. Chicken was the easiest to give up. Something about the texture of chicken sometimes just really just
fried or baked.
Both.
Fried? See, baked I can understand. Listen, my aunt for years, she, the doctor told her to stop on the fried food so much so, she loved chicken, so she wants to bake chicken. And she used to do it twice a week. So that I understand. Like, I can go for the rest of my life without baked chicken. But I'll be damned if I don't have no fried chicken.
Like, would you fry it yourself, or do you
mind.
get it from restaurants?
What do you say?
Do you fry it yourself, or would you get it from restaurants?
I mean, the only restaurants that I know that like know what they doing with like fried chicken is like hood restaurants. Other than that,
No,
like
there's this place called Found and Farmers who has like they have really good fried chicken.
do they?
That chicken is bomb.
The
Yeah.
Luke
I
oil
might have to
chicken is
try
really good too.
I mean, I'm not eating nobody's chicken at the gas station. I want you to be vegan before you eat chicken at the gas station.
The gas station
Luke oil
chicken is
chicken is legit.
amazing.
I can't do those. I'm a big
Yeah, Luke
vegan.
oil chicken is legit.
Oh my
It's
god, it's the
salty.
best chicken ever.
It's legit.
And then the biscuit that comes
Wait,
with
the
the
gas station got biscuits with the
Mhm.
chicken?
and mac and cheese.
Where in the gas station are they cooking chicken at?
I don't
The
care. It tastes good. I don't care where y'all got that chicken and cooked
You
it.
can't
in.
even
It
use
tastes
they
good.
won't even let you use the bathroom in there, but you're gonna eat the chicken out of there.
Mhm.
Listen, that
It's
chicken-
Yo,
good.
my entanglement, he called me one day like, oh, when you stop past the gas station, can you give me a 3-piece? I was like, you've been eating from the gas station.
yeah, all that,
Wait,
yeah.
Shannon, what you call your what?
He's my entanglement.
It
But go
is.
on, let's go to the next
That-
topic.
but no, ain't no
Wait
go
a
to the
minute.
next subject.
I want to clarify that that's not just a broke person thing. Zab
that?
Judah, the boxer,
Mm.
was the one that told me about that Luke oil chicken.
No, I don't think it's a broke person. That
I don't think it's a
can't
broke
do.
person. I think it's nasty.
It's because Zab Judah is conditioned just like the rest of us. Listen, we what they say, you can take that shiki out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of that shiki. We always gonna be that. Listen, we need that.
I
Yeah.
could give up fried chicken. I think I could give up fried chicken. I
Hey,
just
should
can't give up chicken in general.
We
I
should do a
can-
challenge at the beginning of the year, like a food challenge at the
Here
beginning
you
of the
go.
year.
Didn't we try to do this and no one did it?
Let's do it. Let's do it now.
I'm down for it, but I'm letting you know right now, if it's to like exile fried chicken or chicken out of my diet, I'm not
He said
going for it.
exile.
Yeah, yeah. We
Not
not
exile.
chicken.
Exile means you're banning it for life, bro.
Exactly. Yeah. We not doing that. We not doing
We're
that.
just gonna take a little time out. What's the challenge? What's the proposed challenge? Dex?
Like let's all like on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, we can text each other and say like, let's give up one thing for, we can say a month. We can start with a month. It will pick one thing to help us live a healthier lifestyle. Mine is gonna be candy and sweets.
Damn, that's just as bad as
Oh, I
shit,
gotta think
bro.
about mine.
It gotta be something hard, right?
I
Pause.
think so, yeah. But don't do alcohol. Though.
You're crazy.
Oh,
I gotta have a deep think about mine. But there's definitely stuff I need to break free of.
I think pasta would be like the hardest thing for me.
I think candy would probably be one for me. I'm like a sweets addict. I try not to do it, but like I need something. Like I got like gummy bears like hidden in my room, and like I'll just go and take like 1 or 2 at a time. Yeah, it's literally I take like 1 or 2 and be like, all right, cool, I got my fix for the day. Like, but yeah, that may be the thing. Yeah, that's a little.
Can it be like a particular candy?
No.
Like, or do I got you candy?
I think you
Like,
should
so
do
Why
it.
you trying to find a loophole?
Yeah.
Because what I'm saying is I've lately been addicted to, and I do this with certain things. I've been addicted to Reese's. Like I will go out right now, like after we finish this pie and be like, oh my God, I don't have a Reese's Pieces to eat for tonight. So like, could it be that thing? Or do we gotta be all sweets?
Well, I definitely don't want you going out at
All hours of the night.
All right, I'm
Oh,
gonna think
I
about
thought
mine.
you
I'm
said
gonna think
the
about
To
mine.
get a buttercup.
I
Wait, so we're
actually
really
had a
doing this?
second one.
I'm down. We just every time we're gonna do a challenge, we never do it.
This
No,
one
let's
was-
really do it.
But listen, I'll actually add a second one to mine, right? Now,
Oh, okay.
y'all, because it's actually needed. Like,
Challenge.
I am I drink some soda. Like I do not care. I would drink some soda. I'll add the R on. I'll drink some soda. I'll do all of that. But I don't think ginger ale is a real soda. So
It is a soda.
no, it's not.
It's a
It's not.
soda.
No, it's not. That's
Got
just-
it.
Shayna is the worst. Shayna is out of all of us. Shayna is the worst one. It's
I
not.
vote for
not,
ginger ale, not real soda.
It's not.
Ginger
Yo,
ale
that's
soda.
medicinal. It's medicinal. No, it's not. That's
I don't disagree that it's not medicinal. It doesn't mean it's not soda.
That's just not. All it is Robitussin with a splash of ginger.
Robitussin for the soul.
What you talking about? It's like 99% sugar, bro.
I don't know, but yeah, that's so like that's something I may be willing to do it a week at a time. Where it's like,
So you're doing soda. Dex
He's doing soda
is
and
doing
candy.
I'll do pasta.
And Shayna is unknown to sympathize.
Not
I gotta think
unknown.
about this. I gotta weigh my options. It's either going to be soda or sweets.
Fair.
Because I only drink 2 sodas and I don't drink them all the time, but those are the 2 things I drink that are in my house.
Okay.
All right.
Pepsi and ginger ale.
I knew it was those 2. While I have you guys here, what ginger ale is like your favorite one?
come on now, why is that even a question? You gotta
People like Canada Dry, and I think that's disgusting.
Oh,
Canada
you're
Dry.
wild. What are you talking about? You like
Canada Dry is the
How
best.
about the Schweppes one or
The
whatever?
Schweppes is the worst.
Those
Schweppes is the worst.
Seagrams and Schweppes. or
I
whatever.
like them all.
Time
What do you mean?
Time out.
No,
Listen,
Schweppes be a little flat. It can go flat real fast.
Real quick.
you get
Like,
one
you
sip
be like,
out of
"Oh."
Schweppes. You get one good sip out of Schweppes. And Seagrams. You
Don't
get
go for
No,
that
don't
second,
do
third
Seagrams.
switch.
You got 30. You got 30 seconds to drink that whole thing before it's flat. You got about 30 seconds. Canada Dry. Maybe it's the sugar, Mina. Don't know, or maybe
It
it's
do stay bubbly.
maybe exactly. Maybe it's just more medicinal, and that's what we should be drinking, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's good to go. You can leave. You can leave a ginger ale. I've done this where I'll take 1 or 2 sips, I'll leave it on my dresser, and then the very next morning, it's still bubbling. It's still
I don't think that's good, Garnett. I don't think that's a good thing. There's all kinds of natural gases in there. What's happening?
I don't know.
Pollution? What is making it bubble the next day?
Air does.
That's not good.
Yes, it is. Listen.
That's like the cheese that you keep trying to melt in the microwave and it don't melt. That's not good.
I used to do that.
That's not good cheese.
Wait, with the cheese that you
It's
what?
supposed to spoil, Garnett. If
Nah,
you leave good food out, it's
do.
supposed to spoil.
It do. I'm just saying it takes more. Like it
If
takes a
it
few hours.
retained its original property, it's not good.
Now I would say that is another thing I'm giving up. The cheese. I get that Tostitos cheese that you eat, like the dip cheese, once a week. That's gotta go. Because it literally is cheese that sits on a shelf and does it like
If you
So,
left it
I'm
out
with you.
overnight, it would taste the same.
it probably
That-
look and taste the exact same way that it still did.
That is your test for food, y'all. If you leave it out overnight and it tastes the same, it's not good.
Shout out to Canada Dry ginger ale, man. Y'all do it the best. They do it so good. I even drink the other flavors. You ever had the cranberry one?
Yo,
Oh,
no, I had
the
the
grape one.
The grape one is
the-
a
Grape one.
What's the other one? It's another one they got.
The
There's
pink
a new
one.
one out. There's like a
bold.
bowl.
They got bold that are literally rip your
Ah,
larynx right off.
That's your
That
larynx.
first sip tore my throat completely off. I've never tasted anything that strong without it being alcohol. that was crazy. No, but Sam's Club got a 36 pack. They got 12 for 12 for each. I had to get my math right. It's a
You're
36
passionate
pack.
about this.
Listen, no, I'm really
You know
drinking.
where the deals are at. You know where to get the coupons.
Yeah. Listen, Sam's Club got it. Got the 36 pack. You get the 12 regular ginger ale. You get the 12. What's that? The great one or something like that. And you get the 12 cranberry. Oh man, I was in heaven. I ran through that in like 4 days.
Terrible.
Is it black cherry? Is the other one they got? They got another flavor.
Yeah.
We got a lot of work to do on this pod. We know every ginger ale flavor ever.
We got
See how hard it is to quit
it.
It's gonna be really hard to quit. That's all. That's why
It's only a month, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only a month.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a month too long. It's gonna be everybody at the gym. I'm gonna be there without my sweets. I'm gonna be there without
And I don't think that's gonna happen this year. I really don't.
what?
Well, everybody going back to the
Yeah,
gym.
you know how usually
Yeah.
like the beginning of the year, everybody's at the gym. I think because like a lot of people are like working from home and like COVID stuff is still like kind of around. I'm not saying that people are scared of COVID, but I think people are really settled into like their bodies. Like they can be like, well, this is what it's gonna be. Like, I really think we're not gonna see that this year.
Every week I'm going back to the gym.
Every week I am
They
too.
gonna be there.
Although I am getting a free Peloton app, so maybe I'll do some of the workouts. I don't got a bike, but I'm gonna do the workouts.
Yo, my neighbor got a Peloton bike delivered. I'm like, damn, girl, you got money.
How much those things cost?
Like 3 G's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, same as a PlayStation. PlayStation's as high as hell, right?
Yeah. You got a PlayStation and a Peloton?
Yeah,
You
Wow.
Right. I'm like, I'm gonna just find my little free YouTube videos and do those. So before we go, like, do you guys want to talk about like what you're doing for the holidays, or like what was your favorite like podcast episode? I know we just had this conversation for our anniversary show, but does anything stick out, or what you guys are doing? Any of those?
I think we did like a lot of good podcast episodes, and it's hard. I don't remember if Little Ma was this year or last year because
it was this year.
Blend together, but that was a really good one. And I was recently watching like the clip of it, and it's crazy that we talked to some of these people. But my favorite one is DMX's manager. Like that conversation was just like crazy to me. And my other favorite one was when we interviewed Moose, because that like podcast went viral, and it was crazy to see like my picture and like my name on like wrestling websites that I've looked at like all my life. So like that was like kind of crazy. And then like for the holidays, my wife's family's coming over, so we're hosting them, and then we're gonna go to my family, and I'm excited.
Wow, that was good. You answered both questions with one shot. Yes, Dex.
Like a professional.
I had to say my favorite. I just looked at the date, so it's like it's actually it was in 2020, but it's within the last 365 when we interviewed Sin Santana. Come on.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Oh Lord.
We done talked to so many people after that. You still focus on that?
Look,
listen, have you been paying attention to her Instagram? Have you seen this woman lately? Yes, I'm paying attention to that. That was actually like a super great opportunity. I wish I would have been there for Lloyd. I thought that would have probably been great as well. But outside of that, my favorite that we did, I would definitely agree with Dex as far as just like DMX's manager. I thought that was awesome. Just the stories that he was able to give and like go in depth to. Outside of that, what I'm doing for the holidays is always like a rough time.
Wait, before you talk about that, I don't think you would have worked well with Lloyd, because you was gonna ask him,
yes,
is she 5? Did he say is she 5'2" or 5'2"?
That's why I would have worked. That's why I would have worked.
No, he said like he hates that question,
as he should. He should have sung it clear then. How about that? He should have.
But you know, it's crazy though, because talking to him is the first time that actually clicked to me that overall, like while we like have this debate back and forth, for him, that's literally saying like you weren't clear when you were saying this, so that's why we're debating about it. And like hearing him kind of like say that was like, damn, you're all right. That is a little insulting that we're like having that conversation.
Yo, but I asked what's his name? Anderson .Paak the same thing about leave the door open. Because to me it sounds like he gives the girl, I think he says like, if you hungry, girl, I got the Lays. And then people was fighting me talking about, no, he said if you're hungry, I got fillets. And I was like, so if is he giving girls chicken or chips? I don't understand. So I asked him, and then he was like, I got these big jibs and these teeth where I can't. So I kind of like, it makes you feel like crappy, like, damn, I just really came for his whole pronunciation.
But it's my ear. It's not your fault. It's my fault. It's my ear.
But like y'all shouldn't feel bad either, because I've been around so many artists inside of the studio as they're recording. I'm pretty sure y'all have too. But it's like they actually get off on that. Like that's like, you don't think that whoever's recording, I'm like, yo, what did you just say right there? And they like, well, I said this. Well, it sounds like both. All right, cool. So like,
and all the sounds now that you got to do your lyrics for anyway. So
right. So they know. They already knew what it was. They signed up for it.
So what are you saying? What are you doing for the holidays?
Holidays is always rough. I'm always bouncing around. I got a couple houses to always bounce around to.
There's an Omicron variant bouncing around as well, sir.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, we live.
Oh my God! Did you see they're going to be requiring vaccinations for indoor
What you think about that? Yeah,
dining in Philadelphia?
In the sport,
oh yeah, he's in New Jersey.
Yeah,
but you can't go to a Sixers game or a Flyers game,
right?
And I heard that yesterday. Boy, was I like heartbroken. Let me be completely honest. If it was the first time I considered, it was what was it, Monday? Yeah, it was Monday. Yeah. Oh man, I was literally getting breakfast. I heard on the radio. I'm like, oh, what the hell is going on? What you mean I can't go to the Sixers game? Oh, but I can like go and like shop over there. But what it really made me think about was it's going to transition over to New Jersey at some point, right? But at the end of the day, everybody's still got to do what's best for them, and just see where everything takes everybody. I know.
Sir, that means you will never be able to go out and dine indoors with your friends.
I'll go to Washington D.C.
I'm telling you, with these people in Philadelphia, you'll be able to do it. They don't care. I'm telling you, they're gonna be like, "Oh, do you have your vaccination card? Oh, okay, go ahead. I see."
That is going to happen eventually. They're going to be on it like the third, whatever, when it first happens, and then eventually, because that's what's been happening to them. But
because people are still they're still having an issue with masks. Like they're literally arguing and then not wanting to wear masks. So it's just, I don't think it's a bad idea to do it. I just know how people in this country are.
Well, I at least got a couple weeks, to go over Philly and while out.
Wow.
The 24th. They said the 24th. That's when they aren't accepting. So like they're also accepting. You have to show at least a 1-day COVID test, like passing it. On the 24th and after that, they not accepting no damn COVID test. They don't care. Better be fully
They already
vaccinated.
did this in New York. I just think it's gonna be something that gets rolled out to every major city. Like.
And yeah, it'll be over here too at some point. The only thing that's making me thinking about is really business wise, because I was preparing myself to do real estate over in Philadelphia to get my PA license. So I'm just gonna hold off a little bit longer just to see what's actually happened before I go and make that step and leap. Because that was what I was going to do to finish out the year, to at least start applying for that. But I'll wait and see what's going on and see where life take me. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just got to do some bouncing around. The holidays are, especially these holidays, usually rough. So I gotta stay busy, stay around some family, and just try to enjoy myself.
My favorite episode, I was thinking about after I was talking, was Mama Jones for several reasons, but that's one of my favorite episodes. Just the whole conversation was just like, it was almost like you were talking to not your mom, but I don't know, like your favorite auntie or something. And again, it was just like, wow, she had people coming in and out, but it was just so comfortable, and she was so real, and she, was so raw. That was definitely my favorite episode of the year. And then that was this year, right? Yeah, that was this year. Because time is flying. I can't even believe we talk about the year.
They blend together.
Right. And then for the holidays, I'm actually going to be home in Philly, not flying anywhere next. Sure. And my niece, who's in Texas, is going to be coming here. So we'll just be together at my mom's house. Keep it low key.
I think that's probably the best you can do, since, every other month
he was out here.
Oh, also, I do think, shout out to Amir Fontaine, because that episode was, I think it was like early in the year when they talked about the Up song or whatever. It's really funny because I was like, I'm going to ban that song because I want to respect the guys and all that stuff. That song was like the theme song of my wedding. So it's
a really good song.
So I just wanted to shout those guys out because they came up with a great hook and they used the word stuck and everybody threw Stucky on it. So it was just, thankful.
Wow.
Look, that's actually really horrible. That's gonna be a thing. Like that's gonna be a thing for the rest of your life, where you gonna remember that song, and we're gonna remember both songs probably.
Yeah.
That's things happen. They'll be all right. They actually made it okay. I saw so you got Mir Fontaine, the other one that created a song with him was Mir Pesos, and they did over 1 million streams just on Spotify for that
That's
song.
good.
So, you know,
That's good.
thumbs up to them. Yeah.
Do you know what happened with the legalities of it?
Nah, I really don't. For something like that, it's just seemed like it's really hard to prove. You know, I'm not sure, but like just assuming, right? Like who was around when they created it, you know,
Right.
whether it got, not unless it's proof where it's sent through certain things. That's not to say anybody is, you know, lying or anything like that. I'm not saying that, because things do get around, but it's like,
Mhm.
well, you know, who, like, can you actually show the proof of it? Unless you're in the studio with somebody that you know sent it to somebody, it's just a little bit difficult. You know, all they had was the timing of it. And you know, they actually proved that, you know, they had certain things where, hey, it was done by this time. So, you know, whatever was saying on the other side is kind of hard to refute. But you know, it worked out at its maximum capacity for both sides. One record, what, you know, jumped up. I don't know if it was number one, but it felt like it.
Yeah, it was a number one song for
And
her.
right, and the other one, like I said, they got over, and that's just on Spotify, you know, where it got over 1 million streams. And you know, these are guys that are local, you know, these are guys that are, you know, really, you know, doing their thing around here. But you know, it really amplified everything and showed their talent, and you know, showed what was going on. So you know, they've been able to make moves after that as well. So
Yeah. I kind of agree with all of you guys. I really loved DMX's manager Craig. I think we all really like contributed to that interview really well. For me, sometimes it's not about the guests. For me, it's like about us. Like I feel like, you know, we all have a lot of things going on and we get busy and stuff, but I feel like when we come together, we're like the Transformers. And it's like, you know, like I just feel like everybody brings a certain element that when that person isn't there, it's missed, you know. So I just love basically the conversations where we're all like this and we're all talking. And it sometimes it's not even about like a famous person. I mean, did I
Ginger
really
Rose.
like talking to Lloyd? Yeah, Mama Jones was super entertaining. You know, Moose, same thing. We got a lot of publicity over that, so that was like good for the pod. And then you know, obviously Craig, you know, his stories about DMX were so inspirational. But I really just enjoy us, you know, and like everything that people bring to the table, like Garnett with his like side out of nowhere remarks, and you're like, what? And then Dexter with his like undercover shade sometimes, and like
it's not undercover, man.
It was it's not undercover. I was missing 1 week and got 2 texts like, "Oh, Dex shaded you on the podcast."
I still feel bad about that, actually. Like that was like,
you don't feel bad. You just feel bad that people listening out here told on you before I could even
because
listen.
I didn't think it through when I said it. I was, you know, people that if this person's in the street, they probably got it. But you can't be like saying, I don't know how they didn't get. You can't say that. It's crazy.
And then Shayna has like a spunk, like the way that she reacts to things, and like sometimes like her little one-off comments, you know, like I don't know. That's what I love the most about the podcast.
Sometimes I feel like with Shayna and Garnett, like if I say something that's like me and you, Mina, would probably disagree. If Garnett agrees with me and Shayna disagrees, I'd be like, damn, I might be in the wrong.
I might have chose the wrong side on this one. Yo, did you see our boy Jussie Smollett, man?
Don't say our boy. That's all you.
Guilty as charged. You goddamn right. You can't be out here playing with people's emotions like that.
Mina, I felt bad for you.
Garnett, Mina was like, I talked to him. He would never do this.
No, the funniest meme I saw was it was like him saying, I hope my accusers get found guilty, or my whatever aggressors get found guilty in court. It was like, well, they did. It was you.
Yeah, God bless his soul. Like this crazy, like that's gonna be a thing for the next 30 years. Where it's like we're gonna bring it. No, you don't think we're gonna be talking about what the hell he just did 20 years from now, 30 years from now?
Anytime his name come up, it's
right.
definitely
or you pass the subway.
And no, it's going to be something similar to this that happens. It may not be exactly, because it almost feels like he was like the first to do it on like like in this climate, being an actor, when he didn't have this, like, why the hell did you do that? Like, why'd you jump off the bridge, do that? But I feel like there's gonna be other things where people get caught lying or doing whatever. But having him just be like that number one in a prime time of like what we're doing, yeah, that's something like we're gonna be able to tell like our grown nieces and nephews, our grandkids. That's like, oh yeah, like
That's what you're gonna talk about with your grandkids.
You know how before they passed
that's
down
Twitter
the story,
history.
they passed on the story of Milli Vanilli. It's like that. It's like our Milli Vanilli. Jussie Smollett is our Milli Vanilli.
But they were saying they was black.
No, they were lying. They said they were singing and stuff, and they weren't really singing.
Oh.
It wasn't them at all.
They had an album out. They had won a Grammy and everything.
They
And
won a Grammy. It wasn't them.
He was getting ready to win an Oscar. It was
Yes,
good.
it was.
Yeah, all that. Times Magazine Person of the Year. Yo, you called me crazy. I thought Time Magazine was wilding out when I kept saying that that Jadakiss picture floated around. I was gonna say, who the hell did Jada sleep with?
Yo, he killed it at the Versus battle.
I mean, he did, but what did Time Magazine
for that?
Yo, for about a half hour, I really thought that was true. Like I'm Googling stuff. I'm like, no, like I know he did well this year, but that well to have them acknowledge him, talking about he outside, yeah, that's a little crazy.
Yo, I just looked up Milli Vanilli.
Girl, you know it's true.
Because of what y'all said. Did Milli Vanilli get caught lip syncing? Yo, this is such a search.
I can hear the beat and everything in my head. Dum, 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 dum.
Well, on that
Girl, you know it's true. And it was a banging song, and they was not even singing it.
Why do you have?
Right.
What is that called again?
It's the money shooter. I don't know.
The money shooter.
It's the money shooter because all his clients are applying for that $10,000 loan.
You already know what it is, Dex.
Wait, and also before we go, this is for YouTube people. Garnett, what's your set today? Because I've been trying and I don't know.
It's that 70s show.
Okay, I don't watch
white people show.
Yeah, listen, yeah. I didn't have cable for like a very long time, like growing up. And like I could only watch certain things. And
it came on 17. I ain't have cable for a minute either. Yep.
And listen,
you was watching Seinfeld.
Yep.
Well, yeah, all that.
King of Queens, that 70s show. It was another one. I can't remember.
What? Taxi? Do you remember Taxi?
Taxi would come on at night. Yeah.
Friends, all of that.
Dawson's Creek.
Frasier was the bomb though.
It did. It just came on later on at night. So yeah, it was definitely that. But
2.5 Men.
2.5.
Yeah. Yes, that one too. Mina, you had cable even for a minute.
I didn't have cable either. We all broke bitches on this podcast.
Look at us bonding over no cable. She said, yeah, I didn't have cable either.
Remember the box? Do you remember the box? Yo, I used to put aluminum foil on the top of our antenna, so I could get the box.
You meant the box as in the music station?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you could rig, and it was almost like you was coming off of somebody's signal, and you could get that station if you rigged your antenna the right way.
Right. Dexter was privileged.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know what you speak of.
Like, well, that's what
I don't eat neck bone in my collard green. I don't know what you speak of.
Because it was 4 of us. If we didn't have cable, we would be killing each other. Like we had to have it. They didn't have a choice.
No, we didn't have it. All right, y'all. I'm yawning. I'm getting tired. I'm old. I love y'all so much. Have a great holiday. I'm just gonna be with the family and relax. I got 2 weeks off from work. I need it because I want to punch people in the face at work. So I'm gonna enjoy that. And you guys do too as well.
See you guys.
Holidays.
Happy holidays.
Don't get Corona or Delta or Omarion. Don't get any of that. Happy holidays and jingle all the way.
Bye.
This is the 206th episode of the Mina's House podcast. Last episode of the year. I'm Mina. Say what?
I'm Shayna B.
Garnett Briscoe.
Dex Stuckey.
and talk to you in 2022.